It's time. Hello, welcome back. This is a very special video that I've been looking forward to for a very long time, actually since grade 8. This right here is a time capsule that I began in grade 8 toward the end of my 8th grade year. It is something that I've been working on throughout the entire duration of my high school career. I've basically just been writing letters to myself to open and read. It was supposed to be on the day I graduate, but I decided that was unrealistic, so just after I graduate. I've now graduated high school. Very exciting. I was ready to be done. And now it's time to open this. If my little tallies on the back are correct here, then there are 29 letters that I have to open and read. Anyways, let's get started. Actually, before we start, Levi's here and he wants to say hi.
Hi.
Here, the microphone.
Hi.
Oh god. Go watch Levi's YouTube channel because I just posted a new video on there.
I call Levi's great videos. It's amazing. And it's great videos.
Okay, say bye.
Bye.
I think I'm just going to pull them all out and then sort them so that they're in order because I'm going to read them in chronological order. Okay, they're all in order. As you can see, first letter. Read this letter first. This is from January 20th of 2021. That's like 4.5 years ago. That's crazy. I'm nervous. Oh my god. Here we go. Dear Peyton, yesterday I got all of my high school course selection sheets. I haven't filled them out yet, but I will probably fill them out soon. I'm very glad that I got them because everyone else in my class had theirs. I'm trying to decide what electives to take. I'm definitely going to do visual arts, and Mom wants me to do family studies, so I guess that's 2 of them right there. For my third one, I'm thinking maybe technology or dramatic arts. I think technology would be fun because there would probably be lots of hands-on stuff to do. I would also probably get to learn a lot of new things that you don't really learn in elementary school. On the other hand, drama would be fun too. I think I want to be a theater kid because they seem like people I would like. Anyway, when I got the sheets, it made me pretty nervous for high school. My high school seems like a huge school, so I just know I'm going to get lost. I really just hope that I can make a friend because I don't want to be lonely. The thought of lunch for the first time is just absolutely horrible. I will probably have lunch in the bathroom or outside for the first little while. The thought of a cafeteria just absolutely terrifies me. But who knows? Maybe I'll meet the nicest people on the first day and I will just eat lunch with them. We'll see what happens. Hope everything went well. Peyton. P.S. Happy graduation. Oh my god! I was talking a lot about electives in this letter. I didn't do anything that I thought I should do, and that is one of my biggest high school regrets. I was talking about taking family studies and dramatic arts. I took neither. I did decide to take the technology course, and it was awful. Absolutely terrible. One of my least favorite courses of all of high school. I wish I took drama, but can't go back. That's a really good way to start it off. That wasn't super sentimental. It was more just like, aw. So I'm glad we didn't start with like me crying. Okay, I'm going to keep reading letters now, and I think I'll just tune in here and there whenever something catches my eye or seems worth mentioning. So here we go. Letter number 2 is just from like 9 days later. I did a lot of letters at the start and then slowly they fell off. This letter's cute. It's after we filled out my high school registration, so I talked about how I ended up choosing art and technology, and I was really excited for tech. The letter ends with me saying, I also hope I get to actually go to high school in person and do sports. Stupid COVID. Number 3, big jump. It's from June 3rd. It would be in my last month of grade 8. I'm talking about being in the last month of elementary school. I discussed that I was chosen as valedictorian, and I said, I'm not even done my speech yet. I should probably finish that. I will on the weekend. I also said, I can't believe that when you're reading this, you're done high school. That's kind of unfair, honestly. Well, I guess it isn't, because you got through it all. And then at the bottom, I said, wow, I already filled up this page. That's good, I guess, because my finger hurts. I love grade 8 me. Number 4. This is still from grade 8, just a few days after the 3rd one, so nothing crazy yet. I'm writing this past midnight, so the midnight thoughts were coming out. I said, today was my last Friday of grade 8, meaning my last Friday of elementary school. I'm never going to hear my teacher say, it's Friday, you made it, ever again. That's honestly really sad. That is sad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I ended it by saying, well, I have to go to bed now. It's 12:58 a.m. This is when my sleep schedule was non-existent. It was so bad. I was talking a lot about friends and like romantic interest in this one. It's interesting. Number 5. I think this is my last day of grade 8. Okay, so it was the day after my graduation. I talk a lot about my graduation and how amazing of a teacher I had. My grade 8 teacher was still to this day my favorite teacher I've ever had in my life. She is a wonderful human being. I'm so grateful to have met her. We got delicious Boston pizza after my grad ceremony. My grad ceremony was online, so I think we ordered it in. I honestly don't remember that. I ended it by saying, now that I've graduated, it feels like high school is a lot closer. Scary. So cute. I wish I could give myself a hug. Number 6, midsummer. It's on July 30th. My microphone officially died, so the audio might be a little bad, but the show must go on. This is like my 15th time trying to film these 3 letters that kept getting cut out because of the audio. Here we go. So this letter about summer school, I was talking about how the high school workload is way different than elementary school. I said, oh, the assignments. High school work is hard. There's just so much of it and so many questions. There were definitely some tears that came with the assignments, but I think it was mainly because I was overwhelmed. Then we have the letter from the night before my first day of high school. I'm mostly just talking about my nerves, but I did say that I think I've done everything in my power to make it go well. I packed my backpack with literally everything I need. I planned my outfit so that I will look cute, and I went to high school here I come to prepare myself. That's so cute. And then my first day of school. A lot of it was just summarizing how my first day of school went, which, if you're interested in knowing that information, then go check out my first day of grade 9 vlog. It's like my most popular video on YouTube, so go check it out. It's a good one. I said, okay, a few things surprised me. First, the amount of people. I think it's honestly normal, and it was just weird for me because I'm not used to seeing people because I stayed inside for like 2 years because of COVID. Second, the amount of couples. So many people were holding hands and cuddling. Why? Still agreed, like why are y'all cuddling in the hallway? Third, how nice everyone was. I didn't meet one rude person. I hope it stays that way. It was so innocent. Like, I literally just want to hug myself. Okay, this next one. The date is November 3rd, 2021. That used to be a very special day in my life because that was the day that I got my first boyfriend. I'm nervous for this letter. It's also the first letter that overflows onto the back of the page. I almost don't want to get into this. No, I do. Here we go. So far, I'm just talking about everything I got involved in because I definitely overdid it in grade 9. I said, okay, now what I really want to talk about, my friends. I'm gonna cry. I'm talking about my friendship with Anu. So I talked about my first 2 friends. And then I said, Anu and I are the closest out of the 3 though. We just get along so well, and she's literally like the coolest person ever. She writes her own songs on the city bus and then makes music for them with her ukulele. Like, what? She's probably my best friend. Anu, if you're watching this, I love you. Before I read this next part, for some context, I was writing this letter while I was on call with this boy, and on that call we got together. It's kind of cute, like I have to embrace it. I wrote, anyway, there's one other person who I was gonna call my best friend, but after what literally just happened, and then I scribbled and I wrote an arrow next to it and said, excited. I've grown so close to him over the past month. I was gonna write about how I think I like him, but I'm not sure how to tell him. But guess what? We just told each other that we like each other. We're gonna talk more at lunch tomorrow. Anyway, high school's going absolutely wonderfully. I'm so glad we moved here. Honestly, I'm happy for her. She was happy at the time. She didn't know how things were gonna go. Okay, this one flows very nicely from the last one because I think that November 28th was my first kiss. It definitely was. I remember it so vividly. I started it by saying, I just had my first kiss! Oh my god, this doesn't even feel real! It took me a while to process it, but it happened, and oh my god! that's honestly so cute. I remember writing this letter so well. Aw, that actually was such a cute letter. It's such a cute letter, but like, no, I have to be happy. It was really cute. What happened was I was at his house and then he walked me home, and then that's when our first kiss happened, and then I literally ran away from him after it happened, and I ran inside and I wrote this letter. Like, that's the first thing I did. I think that's adorable. I think that sums up my grade 9 innocence really well. We time jumped a lot. We're now in February. In the relationship, things were still going pretty well, because this is I'm probably gonna talk about Valentine's Day in this letter because it was just before that. I just got the idea that I need to annotate these. Like, I really do. Levi's still sitting beside me and like just stalking me. Do you want to do me a favor?
What?
Can you go get me... No, go down to my room, and on my floor in front of my closet will be my yellow pencil case. Okay. Can you just grab that? Everyone's gotta have a Levi. I think I'm going to read through all of the letters, and then I will recap all the important moments once I'm done. I think I need to do that, or else we're gonna be here for days. Hey people, I just finished editing the first part of this video. I'm gonna quickly recap the letters that I haven't touched yet, and then I still have to read and annotate the last letter. I talked about my first breakup in this one. Very fun to read about and just to feel all those feels again for little me. They're fighting back there. I wrote a letter summing up the end of grade 9, and in my annotation notes, I just said that grade 9 was hands down the best year of high school. It was really such a wonderful experience. I'm glad I have a little summary of it in that letter. Once I got my job at Tim Hortons, there were so many times throughout multiple letters that I wrote about how much I love working, and that concerned me. In this one, I got all my friends to write me a little note, which was so fun to read. I'm so glad I did that. In this one, number 16 from December 22nd of 2022, I wrote about liking Hayden for the first time, which was so fun to read about. In this letter, I wrote about Hayden and I getting together. Oh my goodness, this is just the cutest letter in the world. It makes me so happy. I did read it to him so that he got to experience my thoughts during that moment, but oh my god, I love this letter so much. Then I was moving into grade 11 and I started talking about like my goals, and grade 11 was like, I'm so proud of who I was in grade 11. I feel like I did a lot of self-development that year, and this letter was like the beginning of that, which I loved. Then Hayden wrote me a letter for here, which was cute. Yeah, all the rest from grade 11 were mostly about my goals and the hard work I was doing, and it was a lot of like the same sort of stuff. And then I barely wrote any in grade 12, except this one, which is the last letter, which I haven't read yet, which I'm going to do now. Wow, that was very, very sad. Very, very sad, but very, very like good sad, if that makes sense. I was talking about how in grade 11 my life was so balanced, and then I completely screwed that up in grade 12, and now I'm feeling kind of iffy about everything, about who I am, and just about my whole life and everything now that I am making this big life change, which is going to university. But it was a good letter. I think that's a great way to end it. I don't really want to read any snippets from it just because it's very personal, so I kind of want to just leave that with myself. But yeah, that is the whole time capsule. Now that I am done this, I'm going to get this video uploaded, and then I am going to begin a new time capsule for university. I'm planning on approaching it in pretty much the same way, writing letters throughout my university career. That's like my whole time at high school documented in one little envelope with a bunch of letters. I love that. I would highly recommend doing this, especially if you like writing. Even if you don't, you could add like other things, like adding photos in, like printing photos off and deleting them from everywhere else, and then only seeing them again after you open the time capsule would be really cool. It's just a really cool idea because I feel like during high school especially, everyone grows so much and changes so much in those 4 years. So doing a project like this is a cool way to document that. But yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!